Hi students, welcome to BA 131 Business Interpretation for the Fall 2024 semester here at Santa Ana College. This is a syllabus review video. If you are on your desktop, you're going to click on syllabus. If you are on your smartphone or your iPad and you have the Canvas app, you're going to go to your course. You're going to click on the box for your course, and then under the menu, you're going to find the syllabus. So here you go in the syllabus, and I've provided a couple of options for you. I provided the syllabus in Word document where you can download it. I've also provided the syllabus in PDF, and I've copied the syllabus here in this page. So to begin, we're going to review the important dates, which is the most critical part because a lot of students get confused with the dates as they are taking 8-week classes, either for the first part of the semester or the second part of the semester, and those are different dates. Okay, I want to caution you, those are different dates in an entire semester course. This is a 16-week course, so the dates are going to be just the same as for your other 16-week courses. So the class starts August 19. It hasn't published yet because the class does not publish till August 19th. You are going to have access to it a few hours before on Sunday. And the last day to add or drop a class at Santa Ana College is September 2nd. The last day you're able to get a refund for the fees that you pay is September 2nd. Now, something very important is that we are dropping students that do not participate. Some professors are dropping them by middle of the first week. I will drop those that do not participate no later than Monday, August 26th. So if you're a no-show and you do not participate in the classes, you will be dropped on August 26th. Now, the last drop date with a W is November 10. Okay, so you can drop yourself September 10. If you believe, and I had this situation before, I've had office hours with some of the students that are taking multiple classes for the certificate program or for the degree. As of 2 years at Santa Ana College, we have a degree program in Spanish, English interpreting, the same in the Vietnamese program. So if you believe that this is too much and you have a very heavy workload, and there's just no way that you're going to be able to do four classes at the same time for interpreting, I highly, highly recommend you to take dip look at what your situation is, make an analysis of reality with what are your work hours. Do you work full-time? Do you work part-time? What is your time management skills? So please make a very well decision as to your time management if you're going to be taking more than 2 to 3 classes for the interpreting program, because this is what happened. I have students that we want you to be successful, but I highly recommend that those of you that are very organized and very good with your time management to consider taking an 8-week class. So there's some of those classes that are available as an 8-week class. You could see that in self-service type the interpreting classes or the BA, and then they will pop up and you can see which ones are available as an 8-week class. So I taught the interpreting tools for our technology department last semester as an 8-week class. I know Professor Vargas teaches 130 and 131 as an 8-week class. So please make sure that also Professor Strong teaches some of the classes as 8-week classes. So please make sure that you make it manageable for yourself. Okay, so that's my biggest advice to you because it has happened. Every semester I have at least one student that drops the class because they cannot manage all 3 or 4 classes in their interpreting program. So like again, I said, we want you to be successful, but we want you to be mindful of your time, and we don't want you to stress. We want you to enjoy, and we want this to be a learning experience. So please make a very well thought decision on what is your time management. Okay, so once we go over these dates, it's very important that you know that you will be dropped if you have 2 weeks of no show at all by November 10 or before November 10. Okay, So the next thing I'm going to review are the weights for your assignment. So this class you have a final exam, which consists of two parts. I will go over what those parts are shortly. 20% quizzes, 50% discussions, and 50% your class exercises. So yes, you do have some group discussions, some group work that you need to do, and then 20% homework. The late work policy is that I want to work with you. I want, again, you to be successful. All the assignments, please make sure that you understand this because this is another issue that comes up in all my classes. The due dates are 1 week. You have a self-paced, asynchronous. We do not meet, but you have 1 week to complete your assignments unless noted otherwise in the module. Okay. So for example, this week I'm telling you, you have a syllabus quiz, but you don't have it until the module 2. So, and then I'm going to review those dates right now. The due date is not the same as the date that is open until, okay? Because I open my assignments until a week later after the due date so that I can grade them, and also because life happens and some students might have to turn them in and they will be deducted some points if they turn in late work assignment. But overall, if you have any late assignments that you want to turn in last minute, you can turn them in by the end of module 15. I will not take any late assignments after module 15. Also, do not send me any assignments. Do not email me or do not inbox. The inbox is right here where you can send me a message. This is my preference. Do not email me or send me any in the inbox. I do not open them. Even if you want to make a case that, hey, I had a technical issue. Look, here's my assignment. Contact the IT department. Okay, everything is in Canvas of who you need to contact. You don't need to show me proof. I'm not going to open them. I'm not going to upload any assignments for you. All the assignments need to be uploaded by the students. So please do not send me any of your work by email or in the inbox. Another very important thing is that this class is zero text cost class, which means that you do not have to purchase a textbook. I will provide all the resources and materials and videos and video lectures for you. So we do this so that you can save money, and we've been working on this initiative of Santa Ana College to convert most of our classes, the ones that we're able to zero text cost class campus wide. So here for the course description, we are going to, this is the 131 class. So if you take in the 130, you're going to see some similarity and many, many differences, okay? So we're going to go more in depth into a couple of industries. So this, you're going to, again, hone your interpreting and your translation abilities. And we're going to talk about the translating services in business, government, and education. Education is a big topic here. So yes, it might be that you're not interested in education. You want to be a court interpreter or medical. However, have an open mind because anything that you do interpreting or translating is going to help you in any other industry, okay? Because what you're doing is you're just practicing and you're honing your skills, you're improving. So the topics here that we're going to be talking, we're going to talk about IEPs, which is the Individualized Educational Plan for Special Education. So we have 3 modules just dedicated to education, special education. There is a big demand for interpreters in that area for the K to 12 school districts. We're going to talk about social media, marketing, advertising, government, and then the code of ethics is a big one here because we want to prepare you for those exams, whether you're taking the medical exam or the legal to become court interpreting. The code of ethics, it's a big part of those exams. I'll go over the student learning outcomes because that is a question in the syllabus quiz. And believe it or not, even though they're here written down, students do get them wrong. So there's no reason for you to get it wrong. Everything is here is in your syllabus. All right, so from here, I am going to talk about communication. So I had students for various reasons. Again, life happens. I know there's currently a spike in COVID. Some people, it affects them less. However, there's still some of us who are high risk, immune compromised. So whatever the reason is, or if you have any other situation that comes up, please contact me here in inbox or via email to let me know. The last thing I want for you to do is to drop the class. So let's keep the line of communication open. Maybe we can work on a plan for you to submit your assignments. But do let me know. Do not just drop and disappear from this class without having a conversation with me. I can also have office hours, and those could be also scheduled by letting me know in inbox or in email. So for the course questions, there is a general course questions discussion board for you to ask if something comes up and you're confused, you can't find something. Instead of waiting for me, you could also ask the entire class and it will let them know that there's a question. But I highly also recommend that you download the Pronto app. So the Pronto app is, you can find it here on your actually in this, I'm not sure why it's not showing, but I will contact tech because in my other classes it is showing. So the Pronto app will show here, and it's the Pronto app you can download in your on your smart device, and it's an app where it's like our own chat for our Canvas course. So there, students post job opportunities. Let me give you some examples of events in Orange County, internship opportunities, and it's our own personal chat. It's not, you're not required, it's optional. And let me go ahead and show you what it looks like. So I am not really sure why it's not popping up here, but if you go here, it will have this image right here, and it would say Pronto app. And again, I'm not sure why BA 131 is not showing. I'm gonna contact IT and then to see what they can do, but it's not showing. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here you would click on the Pronto app, and then you would be able to communicate either here on the desktop and ask a question, or you would be able to do it on your phone. And then you select the class. So if you're using it on your phone, just make sure that you select the right classes, because once you download the Pronto app on your smart devices, it's going to be available for all your Canvas courses. Okay, they're gonna by default show up there, and you can communicate with anyone also via that way. But in the past, the students themselves have done it, and they use it to communicate and empower each other. So just keep that in mind. For sharing information, again, for jobs, internships, etc., or events in Orange County. So now I am going to talk about the assignments that you have. Oh, very important here. The academic honesty policy, especially for this class. I had many situations in the past where students just copy paste directly from Google without interpreting. And I know because if I insert a text in Google Translate, and then it brings it back and the student has the exact same thing, I know that they have used Google Translate because there are mistakes in Google Translate. So a translation machine does not mean that you're going to get accuracy 100%. The same with artificial intelligence. We're going to talk about artificial intelligence, okay? But I really want to caution you, because that's plagiarism. You're not doing the work. The whole purpose of this class is for you, especially the BA 131, even though it's not a requirement for you to take them as a prerequisite, but I do make it more, a little bit more harder than a BA 130 is an intro. But in this one, I really want you to hone your skills in interpreting and also written translations. So the whole purpose is for you to prove and not just copy paste as is. There's going to be errors in syntax and subject verb agreement, because I gave you the directions to translate everything in usted format. Okay, so Google Translate is not going to know that you want usted. So you have to go back and change the subject verb agreement. Okay. So for example, you could say, usted come, right? So the verb is different. Tú comes has an S. So just to give you an example. Okay. So there are tons of mistakes if you're going to use Google Translate. Just to give you an example, one of the assignments in another class, that I post and I did the test in Google Translate, if someone's just copy pasted and turns it in, they're going to have about 5 mistakes just from Google Translate if they just copy paste as is, and that's you're not going to get an A automatically. Please contact the DSPS office if you require an accommodation. I need to have a letter. I'm very happy to support you in any way I can, but I do need a letter. Thank you. Be respectful. This is an election year, so I want you to be very respectful. I had in the past when we have election years, they're very charged discussions. That's okay. We want you to, use your critical thinking skills. We want to have dialogue. I would encourage that. I want people to speak up, but we need to do so respectfully. Okay. So here in the schedule of assignments, every week you have the due date. So keep in mind that these due dates are every Sunday, okay, unless otherwise noted. For example, week one, your due date is August 25th and so forth, September 1st. I also note here the holidays, which is our next holiday is Labor Day. However, because we're asynchronous and you're self-paced, this does not affect you, right? Because the class is in person, they do not attend on holidays if the class falls on a Monday. That's not our case, but I still list them here in the syllabus. So you're going to have a homework exercise, which you need to translate some subtitles from English from a census commercial that I had for a client. So I need you to please pay attention because I am going to have a video lecture specifically to explain how to do this. So in the past, the students are like, how do I do this? And they make mistakes in the translation that they should not have made if they watch the video lecture. Okay, so I provide you a video and a tutorial on how to do this. For those of you that have not taken my 130 class, there's a refresher video there from 130 because there's some things that I believe that you need to know as a foundational topics for this class. And again, it's not a requirement that you need to take one before the other or vice versa. So that's why I have this. If you already have seen it, if you have taken 130, you don't need to watch this video. And then you have the discussion. A reminder, if you do not participate in any of this two, you're going to be dropped by this week on Monday. And then the quiz for the syllabus is going to be at the end of module 2. So make sure that you are prepared to take that. It's going to show up here in week 1, but it's going to tell you that it's not due till week 2. So these are some of the topics that we're going to be talking about: government, interpreting, and then we're going to look at what does the job outlook look for interpreting and translation or interpreting. And then we're going to dedicate 3 weeks for special education, K through 12. We're going to talk about some of the issues surrounding special education and opportunities for interpreters and translators. You're going to have a video with a guest speaker that is an educational interpreter for additional information. And then we're going to talk about education, K to 12, college, interpreting. And then we're going to, especially because it's a presidential election, we're going to talk about advertising and during presidential elections. And then you're going to take an assessment for working in the federal government. We're also going to talk about immigration. You're going to be doing reviewing the naturalization application terminology. And here we're going to talk about DACA. You're going to do a translation of an article having to do with dreamers. And we're going to go back to government. We're going to go over the standards for ethics for interpreters for the exams. And then the last 3 modules, it's all about legal interpreting. Okay, so I will give you a small video lecture showing you if you do want to become a court interpreter, where you can also find additional resources in a module because I received a grant and I developed a pilot in about a year and a half just to assist students with resources to prepare for the written examination, because before you do the oral, you need to do a written examination. But that I'm going to show you where that is right now. Okay, so we're going to, and here the quizzes are in bold. So you're going to have the quizzes here. And then pay attention because here during the week of Thanksgiving, There's no discussion due to the holiday, but you do need to complete your assignments. And then week 16 is the last day of class, is December 8th. Your final is due Friday. My final dates are different because I'm teaching 3 classes this semester, so I cannot have the exact same final exam due date due to grading. I need to also time manage. So your exam due date is December 6th. I want to highlight that yes, sometimes in the past, because I have students taking both of my classes, they get confused with the dates. So the deadline for this final exam is different from BA 130. So please make sure you take note of that. And then your grades will be posted in self-service. You can check them on December 12th. They're due to admissions and to the admissions and Office of Admissions and Records by December 12th. So do not inbox me asking me for your grades. I know some of you might be transferring. We have students that are almost completing their degree or and also their certificate, whatever is the situation. Those grades will be ready. So do not worry, they will be ready in by December 12th. So what I was talking about really quick, I'm going to show you. I do this in the welcome video, but I just want to highlight it again that you can come here if you're planning to be a court interpreter. If not, you can just disregard this section. And this is called the English Spanish Digital Language Lab. This is part of a grant that I received from Course Hero, an organization that provides training to faculty. And I developed this module just to give you resources. It's also student generated, so it had to be student generated content. So a lot of the students from my previous classes that have authorized me to include their work have provided here some samples of how to prepare. So for this one, what I recommend is that you go one by one so that you could learn what it is. And then here's the student generated content. I put some of the SIBO information here for you in case you want to purchase their products. They're really, really good. I highly recommend that you purchase them if you want to practice administrative hearings, worker compensation hearings, just for you to practice the terminology. And there's others in their products. So I give you the links where you can go and find their products. And then here, these are suggested resources by students. And then of course the Quizlets that they have provided. So once again, reach out if you have any questions here in inbox. I should reply to you within 24 hours, unless it's a weekend. I might have to reply to you until Monday. I'm really, really excited you're taking this class, and I look forward to reading your assignments. Thank you.